Today I'm going to talk to you about Memoize London, which is a luxury niche brand based in London. And not only is it a niche brand that you need to know about, but it's also a PETA approved and cruelty-free brand. So in case that's something that you're very interested in, make sure you keep on watching because I'm going to review two of their fragrances and also have some first impressions to other fragrances they sent me. So if you're interested, make sure you keep on watching. Hello, my name is Amanda, and on this channel we talk all about luxury fragrance and niche fragrances. We also talk about fragrance facts, anything really that's fragrance or perfume related, and also planning on doing some lifestyle content and beauty content. So in case that's your jam, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Also make sure you follow me on Instagram because I do post a lot of outfit inspirations for elegant style and some more perfume content there. So make sure you head over to Instagram now and post this video and follow me there. Also, I'm planning on doing a perfume Q&A when I hit 1,000 subscribers, so you need to follow me on Instagram because I'm gonna be posting a question and answer box there. So yeah, you need to follow me there too. So let's get right into the video. First of all, I really want to thank Memoize London for sending me two of their beautiful fragrances and also a discovery set and some travel sizes. They were really generous and I'm gonna review them for you. I have played around with them for a week with the two fragrances, so I'm gonna make a full review of the two fragrances that they sent me, and then I'm gonna make first impressions with the discovery sets and talk a little bit about the travel sizes, the fragrances that they sent me. I love to watch first impressions and I'm sure you do too. So yeah, let's get into the video. First of all, I want to present to you the brand because I have known about it because of a friend, so I'm gonna shout her out, and you can follow her on Instagram. She posts really nice luxurious fashion as well, and she's talked to me about the fragrance and I wanted to check them out. So they're a niche brand and they are doing really well and they have beautiful fragrances, let me tell you this. They are not very known. I've seen a few YouTube videos about them, but not too many, and I want to change that, and I think we should change that because their quality is really amazing. I know some of you really want to support brands that are cruelty-free and vegan, and this is really an interesting topic because this is really an interesting point in case for the brand, at least, because it is actually cruelty-free and approved by PETA, and 19 of 20 fragrances are actually vegan as well. They also support a lot of British suppliers in order to reduce the carbon footprint, and they've been featured in British Vogue. And one of the fragrances that's called Luxuria, we're gonna talk about it in a minute. They were actually the silver winner of the Global Makeup Awards in 2020 for best fragrance, so that's all very promising. The fragrance, Memoize, the brand has been founded by Holly Hutchinson, which is the creative director of the brand and the CEO. She has actually been in the fragrance industry before launching the brand, so she does have a lot of experience, and they work with different perfumers. Her vision was to create unique and effortless perfumes with a personalized touch, so you can also personalize your bottles. I've heard from a previous interview that I watched that Holly Hutchinson, which has used Luxuria as her wedding fragrance, she actually engraved the bottles for her wedding guests, which is an incredible idea. If it's in your budget, you should do it. But yeah, let's get into the fragrances. We start with the Temperantia, which is, like I said, the full bottle that they sent me, and it comes in a very beautiful box, like so. This is the gorgeous fragrance. Look at the bottle. I really love the design. It's very edgy but still very classy. And I have to say that I feel like what is really beautiful is that there are different perfumers working on it, but I think Holly has a very creative vision in terms of that you smell the two fragrances. Although they're very different, they share a similar signature. I would describe the brand as, from what I know now of the fragrances that I tried, minus the first impressions, I feel like they have a vibe of very soft, elegant, effortless, luxurious. That's what I would call the brand. Like, it has a softness to it, and I really, really enjoy this. And I think the fragrances that they sent me would also make great presents. They would make great wedding scents, and they are very bespoke. I don't know, it is a very, very beautiful brand, I have to say. So this is the perfume that we talk about first, Temperantia. It's from the Light collection, and just to smell it again. You know, I really like to smell it on my skin, so I'm gonna just spray it again. And I have to say that I really, really love this fragrance. So when I first sprayed this, and I actually tried this a few days, you know, this fragrance would be, reminds me of a mix between Nasomatos Black Afghan and Baccarat Rouge. If you would mix these two, you would get something like this. It smells very sophisticated and very luxurious, and it's very molecular as well, and it's a very softly but still strong perfume. And I'm gonna read the notes to you because I want to make sure I don't forget anything. And funnily enough, when I was looking at my friend actually recommended me this perfume, and she was right. It's right up my alley. Okay. So I'm also gonna tell you what this retails, because I think it's very helpful. Sometimes you ask me about the size. So if you get a 100 ml, then it is 177 pounds. That's in pounds. And if you get the 50 ml, oh no, it don't exist, but you can have a travel size, which is 29 pounds, which is amazing. So in case you want any of this fragrance, I highly recommend you get the travel size so you can try them out. And if you want to engrave them, that's also, you can actually engrave the bottles, and I'm letting you know how much it is. So if you want to have this bottle engraved, then it would be an engravement here, then it would cost 197 pounds. And like I said, you could do this for your wedding. What you can also do is, like, I also seen bottles where it's like fully covered in Swarovski crystals. And so the top notes of this perfume are fruity peach, lemon and saffron. The middle notes are rose, jasmine, cinnamon and clove and clove bat, sorry. And base notes are patchouli, vetiver and amber and cedar. Yeah, it's very, very beautiful. There is it's a soft, ambery kind of perfume. It's not too overpowering. I think if you like Baccarat Rouge, this kind of vibes, then you will really love this, because it's this kind of perfume that when you wear it throughout the day, you get sniffs of it, and people around you too. Like, I don't know how to explain to you, but there's perfumes that, like, you know, when people are around you, you can smell it all the time, and it sometimes is a bit too much. But this one is one of these perfumes that you spray and you forget about it through the day, and then suddenly there's a whiff coming back. And I think as well, this would be really, really great for layering. But I can tell you that this smells extremely luxurious, but there's a softness to it that I absolutely love. It is not a heavy, luxurious woody scent. It has still a softness to it, and what I love about it is that I feel like her creative vision really transformed really great into her fragrance, because I used to live in London actually for a short amount of time, and I remember the Saturday mornings when I wake up really early and I decided to have a walk near Harrods. Yes, near Harrods. And then I would also go to Hyde Park. And I cannot explain to you, but this reminds me of these mornings that I spent at Hyde Park when it's sunny and you walk. It's just a lightness, a softness to it, very luxurious and absolutely beautiful. I think this would make an amazing, beautifully wedding scent. Like if you, for example, get married in a beautiful antique home or a domain, or like on the English countryside, and you have a luxurious kind of vibe, then this would be a really great fit for a wedding. Like I said, is that I think this would be a great wedding scent, especially if your vibe is like a little bit of an elegant royal vibe. I think this would be a beautiful, beautiful wedding scent. I know they don't make body lotions, but I think in a body lotion this would be so incredibly stunning. But yeah, just to recap, like this really reminds me of a mix between a Baccarat Rouge and Nasomato Black Afghan. I think this reminds me of it a little bit. So if you love these two fragrances or one of them, you probably really enjoy this one. If you love ambery and woody scents but you want something a little bit more softer, then this would be a great option for you as well. I think the price is actually really reasonable since it is a 100 ml bottle. It's a niche brand and you have a quality with this, and there's a vision behind the brand, and also there's not a lot of people that know about it. So if you wear Memoize, I'm sure a lot of people would stop you and ask what you're wearing, but it wouldn't be that obvious, because obviously there's some niche brands that are a little bit more known and more popular, but doesn't mean necessarily that they are better. I think this brand should have a lot more credit for the creations, and this is a very beautiful bottle. I choose this blindly based on the notes and based on the recommendation of my friend, but I'm really happy I did because I really love it. They sent me a 50 ml bottle, and they chose this for me, and I'm so happy that they did because I really had a coup de cœur. If you watch my video, you know that I've mentioned this phrase a lot, which is a French way of saying a crush, like I'm in love, almost. Yes, kind of, yes. Something that you like immediately enjoy, and this is definitely one of those. So I'm actually quite surprised with this one, because the other one is very ambery and a little bit more of a, yeah, I think both of them last a long time, but this one lasts long on my skin. The other one is very tricky in terms of like you smell it and then you don't smell it again and you smell it, and I think it's because of the molecular way it smells, which is a very good thing. I really love that. So like I said, if you enjoy ambery scents, but sometimes some of those are a little bit too overpowering, that you will really love Temperantia. But now important is this kind of scent. Isla Rose comes in this beautiful bottle, and this is a 50 ml, and look how gorgeous this is, and these are actually Swarovski crystals. It's so beautiful, and I'm enjoying the scent so much. And what I love about this scent is that this perfume has actually been created for Holly Hutchinson's daughters when she got for her daughter that was born in 2019. And I knew this obviously before I got this scent, but when you smell this scent, like I find it incredible how her vision comes to life, because this girl must be so loved and must be so beautiful and gorgeous, because that's how the scent is. There's an oriental touch to it, but it's still so soft, and it's so careful, and it's so tender. That's how I would describe it. I've talked to you a lot about my favorite fragrance from Van Cleef & Arpels, which is Rose Velour, which is a rose scent that is honey based, a little bit stronger, and that is unfortunately discontinued. This one for me is a great alternative. It doesn't smell the same, but it gives me the same vibe, because it's a very elegant, a little bit of an oriental rose kind of fragrance, and this one would also be a gorgeous scent for a bride. And what I love, I'm gonna love using this as well as a layering perfume, because sometimes you wear a oud perfume, or sometimes you wear a little bit more of a woody perfume that's maybe a little bit more on the, I don't like to say masculine or feminine, because for me there are no rules in fragrance, but I would say commercially seen as masculine, then this would be a really great layering perfume, simply because it's such a soft rose, and it's so hugging, and it's absolutely beautiful. I cannot explain to you the feeling that it gives me. It's absolutely beautiful. It's a very soft, careful, comforting, beautiful, very beautiful. I'm gonna let you know the notes. Just 1 second, I'm gonna find them. Yes, I know what comes in mind? Fragile, but fragile in a good way. Like, it's like porcelain, you want to take care of it, but in a good way. So this is the 50 ml bottle, and the 100 ml bottle actually comes in a golden bottle, but the 50 ml is 137, and so I'm gonna let you know the notes. So the top notes are red rose and red berries. The middle notes are jasmine, magnolia, cardamom, raspberry, and the base note are oud wood, sandalwood, amber, leather, and musk and vanilla. Yes, this is absolutely beautiful. Again, I told you, like, smelling their fragrances, it really makes me like, if I would have to use adjectives to describe their identity of a fragrance, I would say soft, luxurious, bespoke, but very delicate, but still very present. So like I say, that they kept their DNA in their signature in the fragrance. So the signature, like this fragrance as well, I would say it's a soft fragrance. It's a very, I think as a woman, if you want something that makes you feel very feminine, then these fragrances are really great. At least this makes me feel extremely feminine, very classy, very, yeah, it's a fragrance that is soft, it is there, but it's still not like extremely overpowering, which is a really beautiful scent if you're looking for a fragrance that lasts on your skin, but is skin close, is not too much of a projection, but still has a sillage. So this one does actually, I think both of them have a nice sillage. The projection is not incredibly great, but it's not bothering me at all. I don't always need projection in my fragrance as long as they stay. And that's what a fragrance makes also. That's what also makes a fragrance sometimes a little bit more soft, a little bit more, yeah, a little bit more considerate. So I really love this fragrance. I'm really happy that they chose this for me, because both of them are actually fragrances that I would personally buy, especially this one, I have to say, because I love a rose oud fragrance, and I think the story behind is really beautiful, that she created this for her daughter's birth. And like I said, like, I can feel the vision that she had when she created this, because it's a very comforting and beautiful scent. It smells like a summer morning. Absolutely beautiful. Now I want to show you the travel sizes. So in case you want to try a fragrance and you're not sure, you can order travel sizes, and they sent me 3. They sent me Ghzalh, which is a very, I tried the travel sizes, by the way. I didn't try the discovery sets. But Ghzalh, I'm gonna tell you in a second. So this is how they come. Obviously you have the lid, which is perfect for travel size, but also if you want to test out the fragrance, and they're really at a good price, so I really highly recommend you. So if you're a lover of Oriental fragrances or Middle Eastern fragrances, then you should absolutely try this one. It's very beautiful. It's Oriental and it's very strong. And still, again, there's a softness to it, there's an elegance to it, there's a dreaminess to it. That's what it's like, a very cloudy, I don't know how to explain it to you. You know, when you're in your own bubble sometimes and you think about something, but you're in a good way in your own bubble, if that makes sense. You're like in your thoughts, happily, not concerned about anything. That's how their fragrances make me feel. This is a very beautiful fragrance. So the top notes of this one is actually bergamot and maple, and the middle is licorice root, vetiver, and the base notes are guaiac wood, amber, musk, and tonka. So I can definitely smell the licorice, the maple as well, and the vetiver, and also the amber. It's really beautiful. And I think this one, the longer you wear, the more you love it. Again, if you love Oriental fragrances, then, and you love something a little bit more on the darker side, but still a little bit more soft. What I mean is by softness is the way it makes you feel. Like, it's not like... And the next one that they also gave me in travel size is Luxuria. Luxuria is the one that I mentioned at the beginning, and it is also Holly Hutchinson's wedding fragrance. So that has to mean something, because if you create fragrances and you choose one. So this is Luxuria. And let me tell you as well the notes of this fragrance. So the notes are, top notes are cassis and raspberry, middle notes are ylang ylang, tuberose and mugue. Base notes are vanilla, amber musk and suede leather. This one is also very beautiful. It's a very soft, it has a soapy note to me. So the florals for me come a little bit more through in this one. Is a little bit more of a lighter fragrance. I have to say that this one is beautiful. Personally, this is not my favorite, but it's a beautiful fragrance. But personally, I wouldn't... It's beautiful, but if you ask me for my personal opinion, then I would prefer Ghzalh. But I see someone wearing this... I think that makes... Yeah, it's true, it makes a great wedding scent because it's a bit of a lighter fragrance. Skin scent. Absolutely beautiful as well. And then the last one that they sent me for the travel size is Castitas. Let's try this one again. So I can smell a little bit more of a fresher scent for this one. So yeah, for me this has a little bit more of a fresher note to it. So the top notes are citrus, lemon, cistus. Is it cistus? Yeah. Lemon, red fruits, cardamom. Middle notes are mugue, rose, ylang ylang, clove, saffron, labdanum, leather, milk, and cinnamon. Base notes are musk, amber, patchouli, sandalwood, vanilla, gourmand, oud, benzoin, tonka, and musk. So there's quite a lot of notes. It's true there's some milkiness to it, so it's a little bit more of a fresher scent, but with the milkiness to it. Again, it has the same DNA. It's a very soft, bespoke fragrance. You know, it reminds me as well, like Mise en Cire, the brand, they also have this, like the fragrance like resemble each other with a signature, with a DNA, but there are different obviously. But if you would show me these, like now that I know Memoize, I think I could tell, oh, this is a Memoize fragrance, which I think is really stunning. That's what you want. Like, you want people to know your signature. You want people to get to know your signature. You want people to recognize the signature that you have, whether it's in fashion or art in general. So it's also a really, really beautiful scent. So if you're looking for a little bit more of a fresher scent, but still want a milky scent, then probably Castitas is your go-to. So now, let's talk about the discovery sets. I opened it already, but I said, no, you know what? I'm not going to try them. I'm going to make first impressions because there are quite a lot. I believe you can purchase them, which is great. If you look at the notes and you think, I have no idea what I want to get, then discovery sets are the best. Let me just tell you. Yes, you can order the discovery sets, and I'm going to tell you the price of each. So each discovery set costs £57, and you have 10 fragrances in there, and they're very generous samples, so you can try them all out. This is the light range, like I mentioned, and this is the discovery range of the dark range, which I think is a little bit more stronger. And since all the two fragrances that I have are from the light range, I'm gonna start with the dark range. So we have here, I'm gonna tell you the names: Tristita, Avaritia, Era, Luxuria, Superba, Gula, Invidia, and Black Avaritia. I think they're Latin names, really interesting. So let's start with this one, which is Gula. It looks really interesting, and then it's a reddish fragrance. Okay, definitely vetiver is there. Okay. Okay, so Gula must be a vetiver based fragrance. I'm almost sure. I'm gonna tell you this in a second. There's something incense-like, this reminds me, you know these shops where you can buy like incense? When you step in, you're like almost hallucinating because it smells so relaxing. That's how it smells, but there's some vetiver. I'm almost sure. There isn't. No, there is, sorry. So the top notes are sweet orange, galbanum, lavender. Middle note is clove, red thyme, jasmine, and base notes are sandalwood, vetiver, vanilla, and black musk. For me, vetiver is a note, I have to tell you, it's not something that I enjoy to wear, just because it's a fragrance, is a note for me that is very, very strong, and in a way that I always have to smell it. Like, I always notice the fragrance a lot, so much that sometimes I cannot concentrate. I have a very sensitive nose. Like, this is really great when it comes to fragrances, and this is how I discovered my love for fragrances years and years and years ago. But on the other hand, sometimes it can be really disruptive for me because I smell so many things. But I think this would be a really great fragrance for a man. I will actually ask my fiance to try this. It's beautiful, like, don't get me wrong. I think there can be vetiver in the fragrance. I could still enjoy it, but this is what I really smell, and there's something sweet. Is there? There's a sweetness to it. The orange, I think. Wow, that's nice. So this is for me. You know, I try to find the right words because I don't really like to say masculine, feminine, but let's say commercially masculine and commercially feminine, right? Because there's no rule, again. So I think this would be a great commercially masculine fragrance. It smells very strong, it smells very manly, but it would also be great on a woman, like a woman with a red lipstick would rock this fragrance. It's a very powerful fragrance, let's say this way. So this is Gula for you, by the way, and it's a red juice. I'm gonna ask my fiance to try it. I'm letting you know how I like it on him, or how he likes it more importantly. I just think that there are fragrances that based on your skin chemistry turn better than they would on others. And I know that for me, for example, spicy fragrances that are very vetiver based, tobacco based, they don't make me feel feminine. They don't make me feel the way I want to feel. But if they make you feel great and confident, then you should go ahead and wear it. Like, again, there is no rules. I remember the first time I smelled Dolce & Gabbana for men, I actually really liked it on myself. And you know, in the Middle East, it's very also common not to name, like, to have just unisex perfumes. And I think that's what any niche brand, basically almost any niche brand nowadays does. A lot of them are just unisex, and I really appreciate that because there is no rule. But of course, there are fragrances that maybe seem a bit more fresher, a bit more manly to you personally, and when I talk about it, then it's my own personal impression. It doesn't have to go for everyone. So enough talking, let's try the next one, which is Black Avaritia. Okay, let's try this one. I actually really like this first impressions because I'm gonna guess the notes and then we look and then we see. Okay, so you know how this reminds me, and now that I like said it a little bit, this reminds me so much of the spice market in Cairo. So if you've ever been to a spice market in Cairo, there's a place where there's the main bazaar, which is called Khan el Khalili, and you have a street where they sell the spices. Oh my god, this brings me right back to it. Wow. Okay, so there's grapefruit and honey top note. Middle is amber, Castitas, incense fusion, cashmere fusion, oud violet, and the base is amber, cedarwood, musk, powder, sandalwood, and vetiver. Yeah, this reminds me really of the spice market from Cairo. What is the inspiration? Let's check the inspiration behind this perfume. Traveling through the rich and woody tones takes you back on a journey to a foreign land. Yes, incredible. Yes, this really, I don't know if you've ever been to any Middle Eastern or North African spice market, but it is heaven if you like scents and perfumery, because It's so intense, and this one right brings me back to it. So very, very beautiful. There are a few more, but I'm not gonna test all of them because I also want to go a little bit into the light range. Let's try one more, okay? Let's try the Era, and then we're going to the light range. Best comes at last, I think. Oh wow. This is really, really beautiful. I think this is the one I will give to my fiance. Wow. Wow, this is absolutely stunning for a man. So if you're looking for a present for your husband, get Era. I'm telling you why. Because it's spicy, it's woody, but there's a freshness. I recommend you always, when you buy perfume, also for yourself mainly, because if it's a present, they're maybe not there. But for yourself, always make sure you test fragrance on your skin, because I told you again that there are notes that don't come out well, and some they come out really well, so always test it on your skin. Now we go to the light range. This has been a really long video, but I really enjoyed doing that. So, oh, by the way, I didn't tell you the notes of the Era. So the Era notes are top note is saffron, which I love in a fragrance. The middle note is our iris, ylang ylang, jasmine, and base note are myrrh, amber, oud, and leather, which makes it a very, very nice, spicy, really great fragrance for your beloved. And so we are here in the light range. I've already tested out Temperantia, which I have a full bottle, Isla Rose, which is not on here, but Isla Rose is not from the light range. It's not from the light range, because they don't only have the light range, they also have Isla Rose, by the way, is not in the light range because it is, and I tell you this in a minute, it's a limited edition exclusive. I don't think they should not be limited edition. This is absolutely gorgeous. Anyways, let's go to the light range. So we already tried Temperantia, we tried Castitas, and that's it. So we have Castitas, Patentea, Industria, Humilitas, and White Castitas. So we will try. I don't know if we can try all of them, but let's start with Patentea. If I pronounce anything wrong, I'm sorry. Latin obviously is not my language, or I didn't study Latin. I remember in school you could choose Latin, and I never understood people who do, because why do you have to make it so difficult for yourself? It's so difficult. No, it's difficult to learn, no? Okay, this is Patentea. Oh wow, this is nice. Okay, this reminds me of a little bit of a luxurious, soapy, floral scent. It has a shampoo-like feel to it, but in a good way, you know? Wow, this is nice. This is more of a fresher, very flowery scent. A little bit of floral scent. Let's try. Let's see what is in there. I really enjoy this. Okay, so this is for the people who like a scent that's a little bit more floral. I don't know if it's floral, but it smells like soapy, powdery, not very woody. At least the wood notes don't really come through a lot. This smells like a bouquet of like a little bit of flower. No, I think it does have my white mask in it, white mask. I don't know if it's lilies that I smell or is it orchids. Let me check. Okay, so there it is. Okay, so top notes are bergamot, mandarin, otto rose, jasmine. Middle notes are orchid, freesia, and tree moss. Base notes are white musk, patchouli, amberwood, and sandalwood. I have to tell you, like, I don't really smell the woody notes that strongly, so I would not say that it's a very, I would say it's more of a floral perfume, very soft, again, soft and elegant, luxurious kind of feel, but more on the lighter side. So if you're shy away from woody notes, but you want to have a little bit of a mask, then maybe Patentea is your go-to. Then let's try Humanitas. White Castitas. Let's try White Castitas. I'm sorry, I don't want to butcher the word. Oh, this is my kind of perfume. Wow, this is nice. Okay. This is nice. I want to try it on my skin. So I'm gonna try. This is really nice. There's a note that I really particularly like, but I cannot put my hands on what it is. Oh, I really love this. So let me try to find White Castitas. I know what it is that I love here. It's the plum. So top notes are fresh lemon, violet. Middle notes are rose, licorice, fusion, plum. Base notes are amber, musk, patchouli, sandalwood, and vanilla and oud. And wow, I think I'm in love with this fragrance. At least on the paper. It's funny because on my skin it smells completely different. Not that it's not any less good, but it's a lot more stronger on paper. Yes, this is very, very beautiful. I love plum with, like, I love plum, frangipani. I also love rose when they're mixed with sandalwood. There is like there's a roundness in the fragrance, a little bit of a sweetness when there are these kind of notes in there. I just don't know why, but I really love it. Yes. So this one is really, really beautiful. It has a similarity to Isla Rose, but I would say this is a tad bit sweeter. Yes, this is absolutely beautiful. Let's check what is the inspiration. Yes, this is really, really nice. This is so delicious. Again, bear in mind that the fragrance from the light ranges are very, very nice, but they still have a softness to it. So if you want woody fragrances, but they're sometimes too spicy for you, or a little bit of an oriental touch, then please try this out. Try them out because they are really, really nice. Like, I would even recommend this to my friends. I would even recommend Memoize to my friends that are not the people that love the most oriental fragrances, because they are really, really nice and soft, but still there. Like, not soft in a way like, oh, I don't smell it anymore, but it's just the right amount, if that makes sense. Wow, this is absolutely gorgeous. Oh no, I'm so sad. I don't know, I'm not sad, but I need a full bottle. So I think we are good for today for trying out the fragrances, because I will not be able to smell anything anymore. But let me tell you which fragrances that I would buy for myself. Isla Rose, I think, is absolutely incredible. Isla Rose is absolutely incredible. I can take it out of the box now because I showed you. Isla Rose is absolutely incredible if you're looking for a rose woody kind of fragrance, but it's still very soft. Then Temperantia is really, really nice if you love Baccarat Rouge and like, what is it called, the other one? Nasomatos Black Afghano, I think. This is the mix of both of them, but still with a soft touch, so it's not too overpowering. If these are kind of fragrances, then you will love this. It's very luxurious as well. And I would I want a full bottle of white Castitas. I really love this. I think this is so beautiful. It is very soft and elegant, and I love this. This is a fragrance that I would wear to the office everywhere. It's so beautiful. Just want to make sure that it's really this one. Yes, this is really beautiful. Then I would also love, if I would have to choose for my husband or for my fiance, I would get, it's the same, right? I would get Gula and Era to try for my loved one. And you can get the travel spray, which is £29. Let me just double check for you, because I don't want to give you any wrong information, but I think it is 29. Okay. Oh, it's not all of them. So they have different prices, but they rank between 25 and 35 pounds. I'm gonna link it all below. So this is the beautiful brand Memoize London. Make sure you check them out. I have linked their Instagram below. Also make sure you check their website out. And yeah, definitely go and have a look at their fragrances, because if you're looking for a niche fragrance but you don't want one that everyone knows, then Memoize London it is. Also really inspiring that the creative director is a woman and that she really followed through with her vision. I really love that. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and also put the ring bell button on, because a lot of videos are coming, and the next perfume blind buy haul. Yes, I did it again. I know you love it, so make sure you put your ring bell button on to know which perfumes that I purchase and if I like them or not. Have a great day, have a great evening, whatever it is where you are, and see you next time.